Saturday morning, downtown Miami, and another magical history tour is getting underway. Those drawn here are more than passengers. They are time travelers, and this morning they will travel in air-conditioned comfort, enveloped in the sights and sounds of the past. The excitement mounts. The travelers board, each beginning the journey into the past with a different interest and expectation.
We live in Coral Gables, and we have a 1920s house. And so when we go to the Biltmore, we look at the memorabilia and the pictures and stuff, and she's done some walking tours, so she thought this would be kind of nice to see what it was like back when our house was being built.
A better sense of the history and the way things, I'm really looking forward to the videos that you're going to be showing. I've had the walking tours with Paul George before, but I'm looking forward to the videos you've collected and seeing it at the same time.
I suppose I'm curious to see how a sequence of time can be looked at without a great physical expenditure. We're going to cover a lot of ground and wouldn't be able to walk it. So while I've been interested in the walking tours, this will give me a sense of a period of time and how different parts of the city are related to that time.
And it'd just be interesting to see if I could gain some knowledge of things that I've just really known about, but not really taken the time or had them explained to me.
Discovering things I didn't know about Miami. I think it's absolutely fascinating. I think it's a wonderful opportunity to learn, and I think that we have a lot of history that we don't know about, and we should. So we're curious. So I think I'm going to learn all about it today.
I can remember what Miami used to look like back in the 50s and 60s, and it's developed so much over a period of time. I'm anxious to see. I can relate back to what I saw when I was a kid growing up compared to what it is now. And I'm a road contractor, so I've built a lot of roads here in Dade County. So one of them was Brickell Bridge, the other one MacArthur Causeway, and it was just, thought it'd be very interesting to come out and see what Miami looks like now compared to what it looked like years ago. In fact, I really enjoy watching the video.
Many miles will be covered before the hour-and-a-half tour returns to the main library. For some, there will be relived moments and memories. For others, a new appreciation of our relatively short but rich history.
And in between, you're going to see some of the most historical sections of both Miami and Miami Beach. Again, when this city was laid out and this city began to be developed, the core of the city, we'll be crossing that shortly, was today's
The Magical History Tour is one of many activities offered to the public by the Lewis Wolfson II Media History Center.
The Wolfson Center prides itself on the variety of public access programs that we present here at our facility or at other venues around South Florida. We thought a great way of getting our collection out to the people was taking it on the road, so to speak. And that's how it came out with the idea of the Bus Film and Video History Tour, which will take people throughout Miami and Miami Beach to see the contemporary sites out the window, but actually then on video monitor on board, be able to witness those same locations in the past over the decades.
It's highly charged stuff up here, but look, we're just going to kind of follow this route, then swing west, and then swing north, and then west again, and take it back over to the mainland.
Right, and again, we've got Christos Islands, we've got the footage from the airport, we've got the arrivals, we then go into the building of I-95.
Right. Well, it's additional dimension. If you take a history tour, such as a tour that I commonly do, you'd hear from me and see a particular site or structure. This tour, you hear from me, you see the site or structure, and you see historic video on that site or structure, and that really sort of titillates people to see how things once were on that site that you're approaching right now.
We're approaching the torch right now. As you know, today is Flag Day, little remembered, relatively speaking. Again, dedicated to the memory of John Kennedy. This was a lightning rod for protests and demonstrations over the last 30-plus years.
No matter what color their skins are, no matter which way their eyes may slant, this is the reason we're here. So the reason is this, that if you do not believe that your children, you would not want your children to be burned, we feel that the Vietnamese children should be given the same right.
There are two people standing there with an American flag in front of the torch.
The clips are chosen actually for a variety of purposes. Some do have sound and some are silent. And of course we have the tour guide on board, or actually two, myself and Dr. Paul George. But we also are looking for audience commentary as well. So even if the clips do have sound, if a passenger wants to, share an experience with them, we can always turn down the audio.
It was back in 1919 when Pappy Chalk started it all.
I think old films give people just kind of a gut reaction of something in their long ago past that was very pleasant, something they would almost long for, a simpler, more peaceful kind of time in their lives. And I think old films really sort of bring that feeling out and emotion out in people.
So, Jim, I've been down here in Miami.
Miami, like so many American cities, but perhaps even more so, is growing and changing so rapidly that your old landmarks and just your very nondescript places are gone. And to see those on film as you approach the site of that particular historical place, and to see it on film, just really, I think, sparks this tremendous feeling in people.
The time he won an Olympic gold medal in Rome in 1960 until this fight at the 5th Street Gym, which is just up the road on Collins and 5th Street. We'll see the site shortly. Unfortunately, today, it's a parking lot.
Okay. Look at this Plymouth here. Here are the jewels up here.
Right, of course we have footage that goes back to the 1920s and 1930s.
It's good stuff. Yeah, it's neat as you move up Collins to see those larger Art Deco hotels.
Right. The video that we show on board the bus spans 8 decades, from as early as the 1920s to more contemporary images over the decades through the 60s, 70s, and even the 80s. We have such a diversified collection that we probably do bus tours between now for years and show different video each time. But we do rely on donations from the public to enhance not only the bus tours, but our collection in general. We're always looking for additional footage of Miami and Miami Beach, and we're really beyond television. TV came to Miami in 1949. The earliest materials in our collection date back to the 1920s, and that is really a very significant portion of our collection now. We're always looking to expand that. So we do welcome donations from the public, whether it be for equipment, or for home movies, or for any memorabilia that they may have related to the film and video images that they have.
Hey, great, thank you. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah.
When we get back from a tour, people will come up and just tell me how much they enjoy this tour because they've not only seen a particular site or structure and heard about it, but they've seen historic footage, and oftentimes that just kind of recaptures a moment in their past, a moment in their collective memories, and they always kind of bring that fact out, that here we have this thing on film in addition to everything else.
It's a way of learning about the way we were and see that oftentimes, you know, the dates may change, but the issues are still here. But it's also entertainment, and it's also history. So really these images mean different things to different people, and what our job here is at the Wolfson Center is to collect them, to preserve them, and make them accessible.
Come on.